But the first play I was in, he lined up back. I was looking for a pass. I stopped him coming my way, and he cut back the other side of the field. We were in a normal. We had a stunt. I started stunting in, and I saw the fellow coming at me. I straightened out. Then he cut back the other way.
Come on, Chico, stay low on him.
Come on, Benny, you got to take him in.
All right, let's get it up, baby. Let's get it up.
Safety.
Throw up. Let's go, big go. Let's go, baby.
It was raggedy, but it counted, didn't it?
The team of tomorrow in the National Football League is the Buffalo Bills. In 1972, the Bills will field one of the youngest teams in the pros. Their roster is stocked with wise draft selections that will yield a high grade of talent in the challenging years of the 70s. The challenge in 1972 is to exploit and enrich the emerging power of the Bills' defense. Historically, the foundations of championship teams are built on defense, and Buffalo has many maturing hitters. In 1972, the Bills will come hard, one-on-one, helmet to helmet, body to body. And where one is not enough, many will follow. Gang tackling builds camaraderie and withers an opponent's will to win. And gang tackling has always been a staple of every Bills team. The young faces on defense will be hardened and tempered at the goal line, where only teamwork can deny 6 points. The past often foretells the future. In 1971, the Bills manhandled the powerful Baltimore Colts 4 times at point-blank range. On 2nd and 3rd down, the Colts were colored up the middle. On 4th down, Norm Boulash slid outside and was caught in the crush of the Bills' defensive mixmaster. To be an effective partner with its offense, the Bills' defense must be ready to take command of the game by pinching in and swarming for a safety. On any snap of the ball, defense can turn into instant offense for Buffalo. For Buffalo, defense begins with the men up front. At tackles are Jim Dunaway and Bob Tatarek. 9 years in the NFL have not dampened Dunaway's desire to stomp quarterbacks. While Dunaway burrows up the left side, Bob Tatarek, number 71, comes hands high from the right side. At one defensive end is Al Cowling, a certain All-Pro of the future. Cowlings, number 82, is equally adept at toppling a quarterback or straightening up a setback. At 6'5", 260 pounds, Cowlings is a double-edged sword of speed and strength. Slated to see action at the other end is Walt Patelski, the NFL's #1 draft choice. At Notre Dame, Petelski, number 85, followed in the footsteps of Alan Page, the NFL's Player of the Year. Like Page, he combines explosive quickness and power with a knack for the big play. In 1972, Walt Petelski will be a mighty man to reckon with in the AFC East. Behind the front four are the linebackers. In the middle is Edgar Chandler, number 52, who has the power to fill any gap and the agility to pursue from sideline to sideline. At the outside, there's young Al Andrews, number 56, who can roam the passing lanes or choke off the run. There's Mike Stratton, number 58, one of the most feared tacklers in the game. Finally, there's Paul Guidry, number 59, who blitzes and collides with all-out abandon. Working in unison, the front four and linebackers are skillful allies. The last element in the Bills' defense is the secondary. There was fast-charging Pete Richardson, number 47, who was maturing into a master thief. At the other safety is John Pitts, who never gives up on the ball. At 6'4", 223 pounds, Pitts is like a fourth linebacker when muscle is needed. The soul of the secondary is cornerback Robert James, the first man from Fisk University to make the pros. James is streamlined, swift-footed, and keen-eyed, a leech clinging to the body of any receiver. Interceptions are the icing on a cornerback's cake, but hitting is the main ingredient. Hitting is what Robert James relishes the most. Pairing with James at cornerback is Alvin Wyatt, whose dazzle and dash make him a tough man to contain in the open field. Wyatt is also one of football's most dangerous return specialists. With stumpy legs churning, arms pumping, and face mask pointed like a probe to the end zone, Alvin Wyatt weaves a jagged path to touchdown's door. Speed, size, strength, and exuberance, all combustible elements in the Buffalo Bills defense in 1972. The backbone of the Bills' attack in '72 is an offensive line composed of Willie Young, Paul Costa, Donnie Green, Jim Riley, and fast-improving Levert Carr, number 62. For place kicking, there's John Leipold, and for punting, Spike Jones, number 10. Behind center Bruce Jarvis are two imposing young quarterbacks. One is Jim Harris, who needs only time to blend with his quick-fingered, high-stepping style. As a pure passer, there are few in all of football who can match Harris. But the future belongs to Dennis Shaw, the quick-armed, confident young general of the Bills' offense. Behind an eager but inexperienced line, Shaw spent some of his second season trying to elude tacklers. Crushing tackles impaired his passing, but not his courage under fire. If there was any outlet, any glimmer of light through a defense, Shaw found it, exploited it, and fed on it. When Shaw has time, only a flick of the wrist stands between his receivers and touchdown. For receivers in 1972, Shaw will have tight ends Jan White, number 80, and Ted Coy, number 85. In reserve at wide receiver is sure-handed Ike Hill, who doubles as a wing-footed punt return specialist. Another valuable swingman is do-or-die Bob Chandler, number 81, who catches just about anything he can reach. At one wide receiver is Haven Moses, number 25, an expert at infiltrating the creases in a zone or turning the deep post pattern into a touchdown. Then there's tiny Marlon Briscoe, number 86, a former quarterback whose old talents have not rusted. At 5'11", 178 pounds, Briscoe is the home run hitter in the Bills' attack. When Shaw cannot seek out Briscoe, number 86, he can always find number 40, J.D. Hill. Though injury stalled Hill for most of '71, he still retained the gifts that mark him for certain stardom. To blend with the long-range heroics of their receivers, the Bills have a battery of bruising backs. At 6